Hello and welcome to How to Be a Millionaire. I'm your host, James Zoll from Anna Real Estate in Garden Grove in sunny California. We wish all of you all in the audience can be healthy and wealthy. On our show today we have Mr. David Wynn of AmWest Funding. Mr. David graduated from San Jose State with a degree in philosophy, which is a tremendous preparation for any field. He has been in the lending business for 12 years and has been tremendously successful in securing mortgages for customers of Anna Real Estate with an emphasis on first-time home buyers. Mr. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you, James.
A lot of people who are looking for their first house are disappointed with the high prices of houses in Southern California, Orange County. But as Mrs. Ann Wynn, the founder of Anna Real Estate, says, the best time to buy a house was 20 years ago. The second best time to buy is today. And Mr. David is here to help with that. How can Mr. David help our audience members? He's a mortgage broker who deals with various lenders and is able thereby to work to get the best deal for you. Mr. David, what are the current conditions in the mortgage industry?
The current condition for mortgage industry is right now it's still very busy because in the whole U.S. the certain market is slowing down. However, for purchasing home, either for first home to own or to purchase the second home or the third home for investment opportunity is everywhere. Depends on how you would like to invest and depends on how savvy the investor want to be. They can invest pretty much anywhere in California. Even in California, there's a lot of places that we can still invest and make good money. And some people say that, hey, you know what? Oh, I wish I could have bought the house 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or before COVID. Opportunities still exist today, but it's up to us. If you want to build wealth, then we have to buy. Any time is a good time, because for the long term, in real estate purchase and holding is for the long term game, not for, in Vietnamese we're saying that mì ăn liền or instant noodle. Mm-hmm. You don't buy today and you sell tomorrow. You buy and you hold for 5-10 years and long term plan. Especially a lot of the previous generations that been here since, I would say, in the 70s or 80s or 90s. A lot of their houses, a lot of their property, those of uncles and auntie that is very wise. Most of their houses are paid off by now, and they were living off these fully paid off property that is renting out to tenants. We'll talk more about this, but those are one of those things that it helped the previous generation to build a lot of wealth for the second generation or third generation, because right now, since 75 until now, a lot of the family approaching the third generation is already.
I see. And you had once mentioned that Los Angeles is a hub of mortgage lending. Why is that?
So back in Los Angeles, and now it's Orange County. Actually, it's moving down to Orange County now. It's a hub of mortgage lending in the U.S. Because prior to the crash, there's one company is called Countrywide, and that company is really big. At one time, they have more than half of the mortgage in the U.S. And because of that, it pulled the talent. People from around the U.S. and around the world come to work for this company. And when that company collapsed, which is got bought out by Bank of America, and Bank of America subsequently closing down this business, it basically, but all of those employee, the talent still available, moved to Southern California. And in the last, I would say maybe 15, 20 years now, it's create that hub for all of the financial.
I see. Well, speaking of mortgages, Anna Real Estate has a single-family house for sale in Westminster with a price of $1.4 million. This house, which might be ripe for a mortgage, that yes. kind of price. This house has stunning curb appeal. I remember the first time I saw it, I drove up the street towards the house and I couldn't believe how all the rest of the houses looked as well. Very, very stylish street. And the house itself has the most beautiful swimming pool that you would ever want. For entertaining your friends, customers, family, the house can't be beat. Call me, James, if you want to see it, 714-305-7851. Mr. David, please tell us the story of how you became a millionaire so as to encourage others to follow your steps. I believe it was through your success as a mortgage lender combined with success in real estate investing.
Oh, thank you, James. Everyone who owns a house in Orange County, or in particular in Fan Valley, for instance, a millionaire. Me, I got lucky because years and years ago, I learned from people ahead of me, from uncle and auntie, that is invest in property and buying houses early on. And that is the thing that I learned. So all of the properties that I purchased and I own for the last 10 years now are producing money. And the trick is when you buy the property and you maintain it, the people who live in there obviously is paying for the mortgage. Paying for the house. So technically, I don't pay anything for the house anymore.
Yes,
Yep, there you go. So that is, some people ask me, hey, some people doing show and tell, hey, what is the American dream? The American dream that the employer want to sell to us is, hey, you go to school, graduate, you work for a company for 30 or 40 or 50 years, and you retire. You have one house, you pay it off, you're done. So that's the American dream. That's the owner of company, the 1%er of the U.S. selling to everyone. But we don't want the American dream. We want the dream of the 1%er, which is mean we have to own properties, we have to have wealth. And not just own one house, we have to own multiple houses. Because multiple house is the revenue stream, some call it passive income. Basically, for example, a few years ago I met an uncle. He worked for Los Angeles County, just doing normal job, 9 to 5, just standard, basic. He would be just like anybody that you would know. Very, very basic, very down to earth. And when he retired at 70 years old, he has 10 houses, all paid off. And his income from this property is about almost 10 times the pension he'll get from the city of Los Angeles.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Out there in the audience, as Mr. David says, if you can find somebody to advise you, that's the best way to go. Relatives are who have made it already, because there's nothing, as they say, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Mr. David, do you invest in different geographical areas in California or perhaps out of state, and why?
California, well, I am, first and foremost, I am doing loans and license in about 19 states. So wow. Every single state have their own benefits. Outside of California, there's some market is very good right now to purchase because the pricing is reasonable, if not cheaper than it used to be. California is still my number one safe bet, and that is the reason why that majority of my investment is in California. My property is in San Jose, Los Angeles market, Orange County, and in San Diego. So these markets are always stable. Stable it means that pricings hold and appreciate over time.
Well, seeing as there's only so much time in a day, speaking of time, what is your philosophy relating to time management as a way to become wealthy?
Time management? Hey, I am a workaholic, so I work a lot. And one of the reasons why I'm very successful is I work really hard, average somewhere between 12 to 14 hours a day. So, obviously some people manage their time differently. Me, unfortunately, because I'm trying and wanting to help every single family that I can or I could. And because of that, it's the feeling and the pressure of helping people and do not want anybody feeling let down.
Of course.
That's contribute to why I work so much.
That's interesting. Yes, our company, Anna Real Estate, has survived through the ups and downs of the real estate market for 40 years. We're located at the right across from the Somhee Market at the intersection of Westminster and Euclid in Garden Grove. So friends in the audience, after you're shopping, stop on by. They say that real estate is America's favorite spectator sport, so we'll have a lot to talk about. If you believe it's time for action, we can do that. Mr. David, do you have one book which has influenced you on your path to success and which you would recommend to our audience?
There's a lot of books to read, and every single book I think is beneficial. But one that's have leave impression on me is probably the book. It's named Snowball.
Oh, sure.
From the founder of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. This book is pretty thick, but it's if you have the chance, reading it, it will help you to see on what you're betting on a company and what is the philosophy in life of a successful person. So yeah, that's the book.
I see.
Snowball.
Great. And well, we have a public service announcement here. The Hoi Ban Ngui Kui?
Yeah, Hoi Ban Ngui Kui.
Kui. That's the benevolent association to assist people with leprosy, is organizing a musical event and dinner in Westminster June 29th at the Diamond Seafood Palace No. 3. Tickets are $50 and there will be musical entertainment including famous local singers Tien Thon Nalpa and Gerard Williams. In the event, there will be a raffle of a car valued $30,000. You can buy a $5 raffle ticket at our office, Anna Real Estate, if you'd like. Our address is 10900 Westminster Avenue in Garden Grove. To buy a ticket either for the event or for the raffle. Anna Real Estate has been in business for over 40 years, and we hope to be here for the next 40 years. As our founder, Mrs. Anna Wynn, is fond of saying, the key to longevity is to interact with other people. Mr. David, may I ask, what is the difference between a mortgage broker and a lending officer?
Mortgage brokers and it's technically the same. The job is to provide and secure financing for a real estate transaction. So the job is the same. In a mortgage lending, if you are, they call it the mortgage banker, and you work at the lender level, that's between lenders to lenders. And then if you're a mortgage brokers also can secure financing, but has to go through lender channel. Technically, both jobs are the same, but brokers can be branching out to do a few things more than a lender, because of the rules and regulation for lenders are more strict compared to a mortgage broker. I see.
Are there any specific problems we have here in Southern California relating to mortgages, such as, for example, earthquakes?
Earthquake, it's the looming threat, right? And we feel it pretty much every week or every day. However, the market is still going very strong because of disaster from earthquake is technically, knock on wood, but it doesn't happen as people would predict. Disaster happen, but we have more issues with wildfire. And recently, with the two big fire in Los Angeles, which is burned down the entire community, entire city. And that's contribute to a lot of issues with insurance, rising cost, more difficult to obtain insurance for new home purchase, or people with insurance in the past and previously, and now the company don't renew anymore. So those are more prevalent issues. But earthquake-wise, it's not a big deal as we would think. As being a lender, and all of the lenders, insurance for earthquake is not required, it's optional.
Good to know. Well, we're taking a break, and after the break, we'll continue here with Mr. David from AmWest Mortgage. Thank you.